As you'll be aware, TrueFire sponsor this channel, and I wanted to shout out this specific lesson from Carter Arrington from his tactical improv course. And this specific lesson, I think, is important, this exercise really, because it focuses on an aspect of guitar playing which I don't think we necessarily talk about too much, which is about us being responsible for time and really paying attention to whether we are playing in time or whether we're rushing or whether we're pulling, or what is actually happening. And so the exercise that I'm going to talk you through is one that he talks about, and I think the exercise is called, or the session is called, All You Need Is a Drummer. If you want to check out the full Carter Arrington course, you could use the code JNC40 to get 40% off of that course. Or if you're interested in what TrueFire offer as a whole, which is like over 85,000 lessons and loads of like great guitarists that are giving courses on there, Andy Wood, Andy Timmons, Eric Johnson, the list goes on and on and on. You could use the code JNC100 to get $100 off of their all access pass, and that would basically mean that you could go in and look at any of the lessons individually for the entire year. So JNC100 for $100 off of that. So anyway, what we're really focusing on here is that we want to be playing on the one every 2 bars. So we kind of go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. And we've got a section of the backing track which is going to be doing that, or 8 bars. So it does that 4 times basically. So 8 bars of hitting every 2 bars on the one. And then it moves to us hitting the one every 4 bars. So it's going to do that kind of twice, I think. And what we're aiming to do is, first of all, just try and lock in so that we're playing that stab along with the Rhodes kind of, keyboard stab. The drums are going to be sort of a little bit wishy-washy and not super strong like backbeat. That's intentional so that we're having to actually count. And then, what you can start to do is start to come up with some motifs in between, add in some chords, just improvise around it. But it's a little bit of a different thing to what I might normally do, because oftentimes I'm just playing over a backing track and playing and just trying to have some fun improvising. Let's try and do something here a bit different, where we're trying to lock in, and hopefully, over time, especially if you do some stuff towards the end of the video where we're trying to lock this in with a metronome without the help of a drummer, we can start to make some gains in terms of what we're able to do rhythm-wise and practice-wise, and playing more in time. Because I think this stuff, oftentimes it's just, you hear that your timing is bad when it's a little bit too late. And so if this is something that we're practicing more regularly, hopefully we start to see the benefits of these. I think for me personally, my timing has got better over time from practicing various things like this, but it can still get better. And this kind of exercise really does expose quite easily where you are sort of rushing ahead, I think. If you find this video useful, please feel free to leave a comment. I think it'll help this sort of video get a little bit more traction. I think this sort of thing is typically not necessarily the sort of stuff that is going to do super well in terms of YouTube, but hopefully it's useful to 1 or 2 of you enough that you find some benefit in it. You could also, if you really got something out of it, consider using the Buy Me a Coffee link. But hopefully it's just something that you could try for 10, 15 minutes and see how you get on with it. And you might, like me, find that this is actually something you want to do more. I wanted to try this with a bit of commentary so that you can get some kind of thoughts. So we're going to try and hit every time this little stab comes along. You hear it's every 2 bars at the moment. 2, 3, 4. And this is what we're kind of locking into as our rhythm. And the drum beat is designed to sort of kind of get out of the way a bit. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. So we're hitting it half as often here, so it's like every 4 bars now. And then we're going to try and improvise in between. half as often again. Really hard to actually stay kind of concentrating. And yeah, I think that's a really, really fun thing to practice. Something to kind of concentrate on, but also something that I saw Carter Arrington kind of on True Fire first of all, and it reminded me of this thing where, you know, we're taking a solo live and a drummer's kind of doing funny stuff, or sometimes you're supposed to be accompanying a drummer, and what you would often do on a jam is just hit on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, and keeping that in mind can be really tricky. But I think this is really, really sensible exercise and really quite fun and addictive. You kind of do what you like with it. It might be a good idea, Carter says, to sort of do like repetitions for the first 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be really, really fun. And very different to the normal kind of lick-based stuff that I'm doing, which really I'm not having to worry too much about where the 1 is. 2, 3, 4, 1. Just addictive, fun. You do it with a click as well. Let's just try that a sec. So we kind of got it 105 is what we're going for. 105. What we could start to do is remove 2, 3, 4. Start to remove clicks. 4. Now we're down to just 1 click, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And we could even go beyond that, slow down to 52.5, and we'd be having it then. Well, let's just drop it back in because I can only go to 52, 2, 3, 4. time there, or lost time there. But that sort of exercise could be really fun. 2, 3, do. You'll probably find you're going to rush with a run. And yeah, really, really challenging to not rush ahead of that.